Good evening. I am Joshua M. Argeles, and now I will going to present about the OpenCPN. So here I will be discuss about the how to find the gyro course, uh, your 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 how to determine your position using the bearing and range, about the XTE or cross track error, and how to find the datum of the C, where your waypoint is intended to, or rather where your vessel is intended to navigate. So as you can see, this is the line of position, and you will be able to find the gyro course by clicking the your waypoint, and it will appear text highlight with yellow color yellow highlight with color yellow, and uh, you can see 209 degrees true. This is based on the true north, and you can also see the distance, which is 9.5 nautical miles. So you can see that there is also another option to see the course. You just press the properties by long pressing the line, and then you can see here it will appear on your screen. So you just need to swipe this uh, light dark color to the right side, and you will be able to see the course, which is 162 degrees true. That's that is the another option on how you get the true course of your line of position. So now you can see this is the uh, how you will be able to determine the position of your vessel. So in this, for you to be able to get your position by using the bearing and ranges, you must use the method of navigation known as the terrestrial navigation. Terrestrial navigation defined as the method of navigation of determining position of one's vessel using the terrestrial object as a reference point. So for you to be able to get the accurate position, you must have at least two line of sight. So as you can see, I have my fix. That is my line of sight, and when we're the location where it is intersect, this is what we call the fix, and definitely the position of your vessel is on that area. So uh, as you observe, you are out of your waypoint. So that is very important to know, so that you will take a proper action to bring back your vessel on your original course or original waypoint, because it is very important on a seagoing vessel, uh, so that you must know your position. It will contributes to your fuel efficiency, as well as it will help you to achieve the ATA, or your estimated time of arrival on your port of destination. So here that's how you will be able to find your position using the bearing and ranges. So here, let's zoom it. You can see that is your line of position. So here, this is the example of the XTE or the cross-track error. This is the same with the parallel indexing. Seafarers use the parallel indexing on the TSS or the traffic separation scheme for them to be able to keep a safe distance with the land or any vessel on the proximity. So they are just the same that when you land on that lane, or you will exceed on that lane, it will give an alarm. And so that is the purpose of XTE or cross track error. So you can set the distance from your starboard side and your port side only 500 meters to 1 nautical mile. So that is the standard distance that you must be able to set on your XTE for your safe navigation. So when your vessel pass that line, it will alarm on the bridge. So here, as you can see, this is the soundings, the number that is unit in fathom. So for example, that is your vessel and you will going to pass the ocean. On board the vessel, we have the equipment what we call the echo sounder, which we are using to determine the depth of the water. It is very accurate because echo sounder uses the sonar or the sound navigation and ranging to determine the clearance, your UKC or underkill clearance. For example, your echo sounder is not functioning, or it has a malfunction, you can be able to determine the drop of the water by using the chart. You just see the datum. For example, you pass your starboard side and your port side on the 24 fathom line, 24 fathom 24 fathom of charted depth. So you must compute the average between the two. So how you will be able to get that? So you just add the two. 24 plus 24 is equals to 28, and then after that divide it by 2, so you will get 24. So that means that the distance from the distance from your keel to the bottom of the seabed is also 24 fathoms. So it is very important for you to be able to not run aground. So you must be very careful on that. And that's it. Thank you.